Hey everybody, it's the Cosmic Panel, and
Yay.
it's gonna be May 10th, and that means Amazing Spider-Man 25 is coming out, which means it's one issue until the end of time. That's right,
26.
they're ending everything. Existence as we know it is gonna explode because of Zeb Wells.
Yep, the amazing Zeb Wells run.
The amazing Zeb Wells is gonna blow our minds with issue 26.
So remember to go out to conventions and give him a nice big hug when you see him.
Yeah.
Zeb Wells forever. Hey guys, welcome to the Cosmic Panel, where today we're going to be talking about our top pulls for May 10th. Olias, what do you have first?
All right. First up, I have Silk #1. That's right. Silk is getting a brand new series once again. They've been giving her a lot of minis lately. Not trying to overextend the character, which I think is nice. But this looks like it's a lot of fun.
It looks like this is going to be another mini, though.
Yeah.
Also. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same creative team as last time, though. Emily Kim was the same writer.
Exactly. So it's cool if they just do short bursts with her. I don't really mind that.
Yeah.
I think she's a cool character, but people kind of struggle to have amazing ideas with her. So this is definitely a good format. It looks like she's in LA for this mini, and she's going to be kind of solving a mystery. So yeah, this is looking like a fun series, and I'm excited to see what Silk is up to these days.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Apparently, they're claiming that this is going to be a mind-bending series, and it looks like we're kind of going to be dealing with different versions of Cindy from the cover art, like an astronaut version, a cowboy version, zombie apocalypse version,
Yeah,
etc. So I'm definitely interested to see what will happen.
it'll be interesting to see if she shows up in the Spider-Verse at all.
Yeah, that is very true. Next up for me is, as my first pick, is Old Dog #4. It's been a minute since we had anything from Declan Shalvey. Last issue ended on #3, ended with Rottweiler and Retriever kind of completing a mission, and then Retriever revealing that they had always planned to kill the person that they were saving, but they needed to make sure that they killed him first instead of everyone else. So, like the entire issue, you think that you're saving this person, and then literally she just turned around and killed him, and then disposed of his body in the ocean so that no one would be able to find him.
Wow.
So it was pretty interesting, and the fact that Rottweiler and Retriever are like father and daughter, and they're working together, but the daughter's more cold-hearted than him. It's kind of I'd say a reverse on the trope. But yeah, I really like the first 3 issues. I'm hoping that this stays longer than 3 issues this time, because it's a fun series. But I need more. I need like at least like 6 issues in like in a 6 month like batch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is he writing and drawing this?
Yeah, he's writing and drawing it.
Okay. Word. Cool. Very nice. Next up for me is Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis #2. I didn't put #1 on my list last week, but #2, I am, because I'm happy to say that I really enjoyed #1. It's very fun. The art is awesome. Justin Mason's killing it on the art. And this issue is going to introduce Blade 2099, which is very interesting. He's a zombie hunter, apparently, instead of a vampire hunter.
Yeah, that is interesting.
So that's very exciting. I like this Carnage design. I like that he absorbs blood. I think that's like a really cool, gnarly twist for him. And yeah, this is a very fun series. Nothing too crazy, but it's compelling. It's like keeps you turning the page.
I wonder if he's also part zombie. If they're gonna take that from the Blade idea of like he has to be part whatever he's hunting.
Right. That could be cool.
Also, his costume kind of looks a little bit like Ronin.
Yeah.
So
I like the mask.
Yeah, I like that though. But yeah, no, I'm definitely interested. Blade, whether it be alternate versions or the mainline version, is always interesting.
Yeah. They're bringing a lot of the 2099 characters into this one story, as similar to the last 2099 event that they had. So there's a lot of fun characters in this universe, so it's cool to see them all come together. Ghost Rider, of course, being one of them.
Yeah. Next up for me is Phantom Road number 3. I've read the first 2 issues, and I'm honestly really interested. First issue was good, but the second issue I definitely think gave me more substance and made me actually want to continue reading this. Basically, we don't really fully know, but random drivers are chosen randomly on this Phantom Road to deliver a package, and if they don't deliver the package by like a certain time, they're stuck in this like ultra dimension where like everyone's dead and there's just like zombies roaming around. So the whole point of it is like you want to deliver the package as fast as possible, but it's just a single long road, so you just got to keep driving until you eventually hit it, I guess. But it's like really weird. It's Jeff Lemire writing it, so I'm very happy. But it looks like this issue we're going to be dealing with a new character, FBI agent Theresa Weaver, who isn't the 2 main characters that we have been dealing with so far. So should be interesting.
Cool. Very hip. Yeah, I might have to check this out.
It's
see
cool.
what Lemire's up to. Next up for me is Green Lantern number 1. Very happy to see Green Lantern getting a new ongoing. I haven't read any Green Lantern books in ages, honestly. I can't think of the last time. So I think this is going to be a good jumping on point for a lot of fans. Shazam number 1 was definitely a great jumping on point for old and new fans, I'd say. So hopefully Green Lantern is the same. Jeremy Adams is writing, so that's always a good sign. And there's also going to be a backup story with Jon Stewart that Philip Kennedy Johnson's writing. So that's also very cool. Yeah, I'm very, very curious to see what his adventures on Earth are going to look like. Apparently it's going to be more Earth-based. And Sinestro is going to be the supposed adversary for this series as well. So really bringing it back to basics, which is cool.
Yeah, no, Green Lantern's one of those characters where if it's done well, it's really fun, but I feel like it's so rarely done well. But I completely have faith in Jeremy Adams, especially because he was so, and still is, at least until the next 2 issues, so good at writing the Flash, which I feel like is basically the partner of Green Lantern. Like if you think of duos, like that's their duo, Flash and Green Lantern, for some reason.
Yeah, they have similar quirks and times where they can get ultra serious and also some lighthearted, have lighthearted moments as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the last time I read a Green Lantern book was during DC Rebirth, so this will definitely be very fun to jump back into.
Okay. I was also gonna say the artist is Manico, who I'm not familiar with, but I will be very curious to see what their work looks like.
He did Flashpoint Beyond, so that's really good.
Oh, right. Cool.
So I'm actually hyped for that.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to point out the foil variants. Did you see the Lantern foil variants?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have a shiny foil for each core. I like that a lot. What's next up for you?
Next up for me is Daredevil number 11. I'm really excited to see where we go with this, because last issue, everything went to shit. Basically, Matt lost everyone. Everyone that was part of his team got taken by the Avengers. We learned that Foggy and Stick were actually possessed hand ghosts, or possessed hand corpses, I guess. Foggy had been dead since the Devil's Reign event, and Stick had never came back to life. All that was bullshit. And now Elektra and all of them are now being held in prison by the Avengers for the murder of the president, which Elektra did because the president was being possessed by the hand. So
yeah. Oopsies.
Yeah, oopsies.
Common misunderstanding.
Yeah, so I'm very very excited to see where this goes. Matt is right now backed into a corner. He literally has no one left. Like even Spidey and all them, all his friendships that he could have relied on are all basically gone. He's back to basics. So I'm interested to see what it's like a cornered animal. What will you do when the animal gets cornered at that point?
Hmm.
And also we're getting a short story of Iron Fist. So
Yeah,
um,
that's interesting, huh?
yeah, so I'm really excited because hopefully that resolves the stuff for Max.
Yeah, very interesting that they're throwing that in just on a random DD issue, but
I'd
hope it's cool.
rather something than nothing. I
Yeah,
like Swordmaster as Iron Fist.
it's very interesting. Next up for me is Junkyard Joe number 6. Long-awaited final issue of this mini. Um, sad it's ending already, but basically at the end of 5, they sort of just said that Junkyard Joe has killed everyone that he's ever met. Um, but I think there's more to him than that. I think
Yeah,
that he does have a soft spot for humans that are compassionate, towards him. Um, we also got left with Muddy Davis in dire straits, so he is gonna need some recovery time as well. So I'm very curious to see how they're gonna wrap this up. And yeah, this has been an excellent series. So it's sad to see it go.
yeah. I actually read Geiger in between the time of the last issue and this issue, and there isn't much of Junkyard Joe. He's mostly in the last issue, but I think it's
Mm.
very interesting that I know now that he will end up in the possession of basically the leftovers of the U.S. government.
Yeah.
So knowing that just makes me even more afraid for our human characters.
Right.
Um, but the thing is also they mentioned that Muddy Davis dies at a later age in the first issue of Geiger.
Mm.
Um, like he dies like the day before the bombs hit. So like
Yeah.
so he is going to survive, but I don't know about anyone else.
Right.
um but yeah, no, I kind of wish the series was more timely with its releases. I
Yeah.
know that Gary Frank is notorious for just taking either on Doomsday Clock or I guess this just
Yeah.
taking a while, but uh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to them getting a new artist if it makes the story go quicker because yeah, definitely delaying these type of stories really hurts the pacing in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I would agree. Yeah,
Especially because this
I
isn't the
agree.
first time that Gary Frank has severely delayed a book.
Yeah.
Doomsday Clock.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited too. Next up for me is X-Men Red number 11. After the culmination of everything last issue with Immortal X-Men, I'm really excited to see what Storm's going to do now. Um,
Storm on both covers.
yeah, basically. But also now there's no real enemy for them right now, which I think is interesting that they kind of have to set that up. At least
Mm.
for Storm. Like, at least as president, she knows she does not know that their Mother Righteous, she doesn't know is an enemy.
Yeah.
So I think it's very interesting that one, she's kind of just dealing with that, but also, um, two things: Storm is dating a new person. Apparently, that's a new thing, and Charles has questions about Magneto's death because they never did get to talk about it after Axe.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be very interesting to bring that up because, yeah, Charles wants to know what happened to his friend Magneto, to Eric,
Yeah.
and like it says, he's not asking nicely. So I'm very interested to see uh, how he comes off.
Yeah. Um, it's cool that Storm has been on both of these covers, kind of showing that she does have to be in two places at once, and how she's struggling to balance those two things. So I think that's a cool nod to that fact as well.
Also, the ending of Immortal X-Men had the reveal that she's trusting Colossus, which is, as anyone who's been reading X-Force for the past 2 years knows, is a major mistake because he's basically being controlled by a reality warper that is under the control of his brother. So he's basically a
Yeah.
Russia sleeper agent.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fucked.
Whoops.
Whoopsies.
So next up for me, my final pick of the week is Danger Street number 6. Couldn't be more excited to read this book. Issue 5 was incredible. It really just had everything come to a head at once.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome. It was super action packed. Launched a lot of storylines forward. And at the end of issue 5, we had just the coffin just fucking fly out of the car.
Oh my god.
And we didn't see it land. And that was just one brutal image that we were like kind of left with in our heads. And also, I forget the kids' names, but the kid pointing the gun at Starman as he laid passed out there. So
yeah,
it was like it left us with like a few cliffhangers, but it was an amazing issue, and can't wait to read this book.
Yeah, I'm also that cover.
Interesting change of mood there. I guess that's the idea, is to make it all lighthearted all of a sudden.
Naturally fruit flavored with omega-3. That's really funny. And also the calorie. They have actual calories. Sodium, 180 grams.
They really paid attention to detail there.
Yeah, 12 grams of total sugars. Enlarged to show detail. The Dingbats of Danger Street. But yeah, I love Dark Side cereal. That's cool.
Yeah. But I'll be curious to see if they open this issue taking us completely somewhere else before they answer our questions, which I suspect based on the cover that's what it's going to be. Maybe some sort of, hallucination of Starman or something, to that effect, where it's all like, pretty and dreamlike, and then it's going to bring us back to reality. But I'm just very curious how they're going to open this next issue,
Yeah. My final pick is Batman White Knight Presents Generation Joker number 1. I'm really excited. This is going to be a new miniseries from the world of Sean Murphy. He's going to be the main artist, which is kind of... Oh, wait, no. He is not going to be the main artist, just to the cover. Mirka Andolfo is going to be the main artist. But I'm really excited because this is the daughter of Harley Quinn and Joker. So Joker and Harley Quinn had 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is named what's her name? One of them is named Jackie, and the other one is named Bryce, named after the 2 people that Harley says is the 2 important men in her life, Bruce and Jack Napier. Okay. And Jackie is very much leaning into the Joker side of things. And Bryce is very much like a stoic, like almost like a proto-Batman. I'm really excited to see this. I also love the Batman t-shirt with the yellow symbol. Like, it's just really funny that in the future they're like, yeah, let's just make fun of it. Like, this is a punk rock-esque looking book.
Right.
But yeah, just they're going to be apparently spending time with their dad, who is a computer program. Jack Napier. And apparently they're going to go out for a crazy night on the town. So it should be interesting. I'm really excited. This universe has been really interesting, and any hints toward the Superman cliffhanger would be awesome, especially because of how interesting this world is.
Cool. Very nice. Well, there's plenty of stuff to pick up this week, that's for sure. So don't forget to go by your local shop this week. As always, this has been the Cosmic Panels Weekly Polls. Don't forget to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics.
See you.
See you guys next time.